Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Golden Ratio Podcast. I am Jen, GR Mom, joined as always by GR Dad.
Hi.
How's it going, GR Dad?
Good.
It's a shame that no one can see your dramatic movements.
No, it's exactly what I intend.
Well,
They're for you and for me. And for me first. And then for you.
I like it. Okay. The cocktail of the week this week is a cocktail of the week that like 5,000 people sent me on Twitter, much to my chagrin, because it is a shot of Malort with a cicada in it. And so there were a lot of bugs showing up in my DMs, and I got a little bit of a bug phobia.
Yeah.
I mean, cicadas are not the real problem for me, but it was like unexpected bug confronting me
And there's that picture with it's a full-on bug.
Full-on cicada in there.
It's not processed in any way. You just drop a freaking dead cicada in there. I hope dead.
Many people have offered this shot to me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a vegetarian, so I can't eat bugs.
Yeah. And for me, we're not anywhere near the broods.
If you would like GR Dad to do the shot of Malort with a cicada in it, please send a cicada, alive or dead, preferably alive, I guess, but a nymph, not one of the winged ones. That's a nymph that's in the thing, and we'll put it in.
Oh, before the first.
Before the molting.
Oh, the whole thing gets a little disturbing now that I'm thinking about molting and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and send us a box. Actually, you know what? Take a box, like an Amazon box, and just fill it with live cicadas. Tape it up, put a couple little air holes in there, and mail it to us, because we could start a brood down here.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
If everybody sends us cicadas and we release them into the yard, they're going to have sex and drop their eggs.
That would be great.
The Florida Keys will have, I guess that's like probably an environmental crime.
It doesn't matter. I don't
Can you
care.
imagine getting a box of cicadas?
Like, that's the worst thing that happens in Florida. They already have cicadas. They don't have the cyclical ones. So it's fine.
Yes.
It's fine.
Send us some cicadas.
It won't be a problem for 13 or 17 years.
I don't think they live for very long, though, so you may have to, like, overnight it. If you're going to do it, let me know, and I'll give you the house address.
They live for a couple weeks. It's fine.
I just don't want them at the UPS store.
Jen has received bees in the mail before.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of buzzy bees that just they don't even get put in a box. They get put in a cage.
Yeah.
And so you could like poke your finger in the outside and touch the little feet of the little bees.
There's always a couple bees on the outside also.
Yeah,
How did they get out there?
There's a queen in there, so they're completely fixated on the queen. They're not going to do anything bad. They're not going to leave. But it always makes the postal delivery people very nervous.
I would say unhappy. Because it's just
I'd
like
say more than nervous.
It's a plywood box on the narrow sides, and then they just like staple screen on like the big sides.
It's a rickety cage.
There's like a can with some sugar water in there, and then they slap a stamp on the top, the end. Like, it's crazy.
And then if the post office is unlucky, it sits in the office for a day.
Yeah. And sometimes they've called me and been like, please come get your bees.
And here's what it sounds like.
It's pretty low. Can you imagine a box of cicadas, though? It'd be awesome. Please send me a box of cicadas, you guys. I will deal with my trauma.
Yeah, don't you guys have millions? Come on, share.
Just shovel them into a box, scrape them off your tree into an Amazon box, and tape it shut and overnight it. I will give you the house address. Just drop me an email.
I mean, you've seen.
DM.
Well, I mean, I've seen 2 brood. Whatever it was, 13.
I have 2. I've actually seen 3. There was one when I was
you
in
missed the last one, though, I think.
No, I went up for it.
Or did you catch a week later? Yeah.
One when I was a kid in Illinois, which is one of the broods that's out now. And then the 2003 and the 2020 broods in Maryland.
DC ones, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've had 3. It's awesome. We could start our own brood here.
That would be so cool.
It would be super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Send the 13-year ones, though, so I don't have to wait 17 years until they come back. And I send them both. Send them both.
Yeah, let's see if they can live with, like, palm tree roots. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's shitty soil here.
Look, they
love the clay.
I just want to get a box of cicadas. I think it would be cool to receive like an Amazon box, but with like hundreds of cicadas.
And I'll put some in Malort and drink it. I promise I will do it, probably.
You ate that grasshopper taco.
I know. It seems like that's... What have I done for anyone lately? That was a long time ago. That was one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it that much, but I haven't really done bugs since.
You could swallow the cicada without chewing.
If I'm drunk enough, I'll chew it.
Gross. Just don't send those ones with like the zombie fungus infection. Have you seen this?
Yeah, do I get zombified if I eat it?
No, it's like allegedly a hallucinogen, but actually it'll make you really sick.
I don't want either of those things.
No, if the
Malort might
abdomen's
kill
like weird
everything.
and white looking, don't send that.
And we won't eat it.
Yeah. I mean, we'll filter it out.
The nymphs
Send
wouldn't
whatever
be
you
a
want.
problem. The nymphs don't
Right.
have that problem
No,
yet.
that's right. Send nymphs and adults.
Malort is risking a lot of legal liability with this stuff.
I think it's just this bar.
I think Malort's involved.
Anyway.
I think they're supportive and encouraging.
If you do enough shots of Malort ahead of time.
You won't notice if there's a cicada in there.
Okay, it's time for Administrative Corner.
I love Administrative Corner.
We have an epic Administrative Corner.
Oh.
Epic.
Oh.
There's 3 long items and 1 short item.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to fall off the couch.
We're going to start with the short one, which is we were talking about your age and your generation last week on the podcast.
Yes, 68.
And you're like,
you can
I'm
guess
68.
which is which.
And a bunch of people were like, is Ingo 68? And I'm like, no, man. He was born in 68.
I'm Jahrgang 68. I'm whatever year of birth. 68.
Jahrgang is a German word.
Jahrgang just means the vintage.
Yeah.
Like for wines also.
Yeah, Ingo's not 68, you guys.
Nope.
No.
I feel it. Some mornings feels like it's yeah.
All right. We have 3 Administrative Corner news stories. Number 1, first sent by friend of the squad, Stephanie. Something fishy. Indiana man caught allegedly cheating in Chicagoland bass fishing tournament. We have another weights and fish story.
Stop cheating with fish.
Springfield, Illinois. An Indiana man allegedly cheated in a Chicagoland bass fishing tournament. I just want to say that Springfield
is Chicagoland a place? What is Chicagoland?
Chicagoland is just sort of like the greater metropolitan area.
They actually call it Chicagoland?
100% yes.
Huh.
In college, I had to explain this to people. They're like, what is Chicagoland?
Like
is
New York land? I mean, like Boston land? It's like that.
Yeah.
Which doesn't exist in those cities, but...
No, like the greater, we would say the Chicagoland area. Yeah, it's just
really?
like, 100%. Yes, it is a thing. It's just like Chicago and the suburbs, the Chicago land area.
So it goes
totally
up to Ferris Bueller land and it goes out to what? Schaumburg?
Schaumburg definitely would be part of Chicagoland.
That's giant.
I don't know if, like, Crystal Lake probably now, where I grew up, probably
now
counts
all
as
of that middle part of Illinois.
Yeah.
That's
It's like Chicago and all the suburbs. It's big. Yeah. So you'd say you're in the Chicagoland area. It's on like local commercials. They say it on the news.
Oh, the Chicagoland area. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Chicagoland area sounds better to me than Chicagoland. That sounds like an amusement park in Orlando.
You're not the first person to say that to me.
Like, what's the ride like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chicagoland just means like the greater metropolitan area.
Got it. Now that we've cleared that up, we'll edit all this out, of course.
No, I think that
we do heavy editing for conciseness and efficiency.
No.
Heavy.
An Indiana man allegedly cheated in a Chicagoland bass fishing tournament. I want to say that Springfield, though, is not part of Chicagoland. Springfield
that's
is way
in the
downstate.
Simpsons universe.
Yeah, that's right. So he cheated in the Chicagoland bass fishing tournament earlier this month by bringing fish across state lines and trying to pass them off as tournament catches.
How awful. Like, he bought them at, like, the Safeway.
So this is from WGN, Channel 9. Apparently, he was caught red-handed by someone who smelled something fishy going on.
He was caught silvery-handed.
Michael Johnson, by the way, thank you for this article. He's the guy who wrote this. According to a news release Thursday from the state, Illinois Conservation Police received information on May 10th that 49-year-old David Moore of St. John's, Indiana, was hiding fish on a stringer on the Calumet River. A Cal-Sag Bass Anglers tournament was scheduled for the following morning,
That's
May 11th,
a lot of abbreviations right there.
on the waterfront marina on Little Calumet River in Burnham, Illinois, in Chicago South suburbs, close to the Indiana border. So that you guys, for those of you who don't know, like, Illinois borders Indiana, Lake Michigan, like that border touches Lake Michigan. And Chicago is on Lake Michigan there. And so if you get like south of Chicago, real close, you get to like Gary, Indiana.
Ugh,
which is
but
also,
you don't want to.
You really don't want to. Like nothing personal.
Wait, the Calumet River's the border?
No, it's just down there in
Okay.
in the south suburbs.
Calumet, I think, isn't that where the jail is? No.
Yeah, there's a jail there.
That's where the Blues Brothers starts.
I think they were in Joliet.
Joliet. It was Joliet.
Yeah.
They talk about Calumet, too, though.
For
Anyway.
sure.
Yeah.
CalSag Bass Anglers tournament rules state waters are off limits the day before an event. The following morning, the state says conservation police watched the location where the tip came in and observed Moore retrieve 4 smallmouth bass from the stringer and place them in the live well of his boat before throwing the string on the shore and driving away.
Cheater.
Have you seen these strings before?
No.
It's like a chain, like a metal chain.
With lots of hooks?
And it's got kind of like carabiners, but they're sharper. And you'll use it for fish, so you'll put it through the mouth of the fish and then clamp it closed.
Oh, and then you like
So
just
they're
put
like
them in the water, but
yeah.
they're trapped. They're fucking caught by their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds sucky.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay. So he's got them floating around under his boat.
Yep.
And then just was like, oh, look at me! I caught them off my boat.
Yep. Police confirmed with the CalSag Bass Anglers weight master that Moore was registered in the tournament. Conservation police then waited for Moore to return to the tournament weigh-in location, according to the state. The tournament limit was 5 bass with a minimum length of 12 inches. The total weight of the fish in Moore's possession, the state says, was 19.5 pounds. However, upon further investigation,
No.
the state says conservation police determined Moore had caught 4 smallmouth bass on May 10th in Lake Michigan near Hammond, Indiana, and imported the fish to Illinois without a permit for VHS, that's viral hemorrhagic septicemia, susceptible species. He did not have a VHS susceptible species permit. Had Moore been allowed to proceed, the state says he would have won the tournament by more than 4 pounds, taking home the first place prize of $1,300. Instead, Joe Zenner, 70, was the rightful winner of the tournament after catching 5 bass weighing a total of 15.16 pounds.
That's complicated cheating. He had to find 4 big bass in Lake Michigan and then take them to the tournament the next day and then say, I caught them in this river where
Yep.
they have smaller bass.
Exactly.
Frick.
Yeah.
But no weights in fish. These are imported fish.
For his alleged offenses, Moore has been charged with 2 Class A misdemeanors, 4 Class B misdemeanors, and 1 petty offense, according to the state. He was charged with attempting to commit theft, possession over the daily limit of 3 smallmouth bass, failure to immediately release smallmouth bass unharmed, taking and possessing smallmouth bass resulting in wanton waste, throwing fishing wire on the bank waters, and importing VHS susceptible species into Illinois without a permit. A court date for Moore has been set in Cook County.
I hope he's taken to jail.
To report poaching and other illegal activity, contact the Target Illinois Poachers Tip Incident Reporting Form.
Good work. Throw the book at this guy. He committed a lot more offenses than just jamming a bunch of weights into fish that he actually caught.
Were you interested in a weights and fish story? Because I've got one of those for you too.
Get out. The bounty is bountiful.
Angler arrested after weights found in fish at Toledo Bend tournament.
Yay.
This is Matt Williams.
I mean,
A Louisiana angler has been arrested after allegedly weighing down fish during a tournament earlier this month at Toledo Bend Reservoir, according to information from the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries.
stop cheating, guys.
Aaron Moreau, 38, allegedly attempted to cheat by placing 2.59 pounds of lead weights in a fish he caught during a big
2 pounds.
during the Big Bass Splash tournament held May 17th through 19th. Big Bass Splash founder Bob Seeley said Moreau brought a bass to the weigh-in that appeared suspicious to the weighmaster.
Yeah.
The fish weighed 6.69 pounds, so he put 2.5 pounds in a fish that weighed 4
fish.
pounds.
Wow. It's like you get a fish and it's like, no substance on earth is this dense.
The biologist cut the fish open and found 2.59 pounds of weights in its belly.
Oh.
I have to commend my staff. They knew right away that something wasn't right with that fish. He missed the opportunity to say there was something fishy with that fish. What happens from here on out is in the hands of the LDWF. Moreau fled the scene, but
He ran away.
He ran away.
Oh, you wimp.
But turned himself in on May 23rd after a warrant was placed for his arrest, according to LDWF report. He was taken to the Sabine Parish Detention Center shortly after. Fishing contest fraud is punishable by up to a $3,000 fine and 1 year in jail in Louisiana.
Fishing contest fraud is a thing.
The event offered $500,000 in cash and other prizes.
Wow.
Ryan Hansen won the event.
I gasped.
I know, by weighing in at 10.64 pounder. This guy's fake fish weighed 6.5 pounds with 2.5 pounds of weight.
I couldn't get any more weights in there, Jen.
Ryan.
It was a small fish.
Had a 10.5 pound fish.
Yeah, Ryan actually is a good angler and won fair and square, right?
Yeah. He won a Phoenix bass boat, Ram truck, and $10,000 in cash.
Well, good.
Wow.
Good for him. And then this guy finds his little 4-pounder and is like, I'm jamming weights in there until I can jam no more, and it's only 2 more pounds.
Got a measly 6.5 pound fish there.
And he still cheated. Stop
and
cheating.
He still lost.
Stop cheating. You're only cheating yourself and the tournament and breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Okay.
This isn't like cheating in a marathon where you really are only cheating yourself unless you qualify for Boston. This is more like you're actually breaking the law.
Yep. All right, we have one more fish story.
Awesome.
Lincoln police say man caused more than $8,000 in damage by throwing fish around DMV center.
Good. I'm intrigued.
Alex Vargas of the Lincoln Journal-Star provided this story. Lincoln, Nebraska.
The Lincoln.
A 33-year-old man entered Lincoln's new Nebraska Department of Motor Vehicles Service Center last week and caused nearly $9,000 worth of damage by throwing fish and carrots around, the Lincoln Police Department said. Fish and also carrots.
If that's a crime, guacamole is a felon.
On Friday, around 2:15 p.m., officers responded to the DMV location at 4700 Cattle Drive on reports of a man throwing fish around. The man allegedly walked into the service center, which opened on that day, and said, quote, there is something fishy going on, before he began tossing fish and carrots around the center.
There's your quote. There's the guy who makes your joke.
There's something fishy going on. This location is replacing the DMV Center at 500 West O Street, just so you know.
Why carrots?
The police estimate the man's actions resulted in more than $8,000 worth of damage, about $5,000 in damage to the carpet, and $3,000 in damage to the white ceiling tile and blue backdrops.
He was chucking them everywhere. He was violently throwing fish.
And carrots.
Why carrots?
The man was arrested on suspicion of criminal mischief of $5,000 or more. He was taken to jail.
You think it was some kind of fish stew that he just emptied out that had carrots in it?
He's being held
carrots,
at the
mushrooms, and potatoes.
Lancaster County Jail.
Huh. Weird. No more?
That's it.
No more.
That's it. That's the entirety.
He goes in. He says there's something fishy going on. He laughs his butt off and he throws a bunch of fish around.
Yeah. And carrots. Let me see if there's any newer.
I gotta say, the strangest part of that story is the carrots for me.
It is weird.
I get the fish.
No, I mean I looked at a bunch of articles about this for more information.
I'd like a video, like the naked guy in the Bass Pro Shop, but no, there's no video, huh?
Something fishy's going on.
People in the DMV are all just like so not happy to be there. They're like, I'm not filming anything. This guy, it's fine. Throw some more fish, dude.
No.
Those poor guys at the DMV, they just built a new center. I bet it smelled really nice.
Like new carpet?
Yeah.
And
paint? this who knows? How old was he? Is he a college student age?
No, he was like an adult. Hang on.
This jerk throws fish around, which is like worse than putting fish in the microwave.
Yeah. Nobody wants fish.
Smell? No.
This is the guy. If you want to look at his picture there.
Oh, he doesn't look like he's having fun with it at all. He looks pretty angry in his
surly.
picture. Yeah.
Joseph Schrader. It doesn't say his age in this.
If there's no joy involved, this is just disgustingly destructive. I don't like it.
Okay.
If it's some dude like somehow happily throwing around fish and carrots and acts incidentally making smell, I feel different about it. This guy seems like he was just kind of pissed off and jerky.
He's like, I want to use this line. There's something fishy going on, and I'm going to throw some fish.
Yes, he doesn't
And
look
also
at
carrots.
all like he's got a sense of humor, though.
No.
He looks angry and pissed.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Are you
Stop
ready for
throwing
the?
fish around, guys?
You ready for the last item on Administrative Corner
I don't know. I mean, I'm bracing myself best as I can.
from the BBC? Raiders steal 60,000 bottles of Jägermeister.
60,000?
Yeah. More than 60,000 bottles of Jägermeister have been stolen from a warehouse. The drinks were taken from an industrial unit on Friars Road, Bloxwich, in February, and now police want to know who's stealing it.
Bloxwich, England?
Mm-hmm. The bottles are distinctive as they have a white spot sticker on the back instead of showing the pink UK duty paid stamp.
It's the guy who's super drunk on Jägermeister right now
60,000 bottles. You're not kidding.
in that place.
The burglary happened between 2300 GMT on 16 February and 5 o'clock on the following morning, said Walsall Police. Anyone who has bought a bottle or knows where they're being sold is urged to call 101 or Crime Stoppers.
60,000 bottles.
That's like all the bottles.
That's
You
like
need a
whole
truck.
truck full
Yeah.
or something, right? Like that's the whole back of a truck trailer. Wow.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't me.
Yeah, no, we don't have.
I
We
have
got
an-
one bottle of
I have an
Jägermeister.
occasional bottle in the freezer.
Yeah.
Or like maybe it's kind of a perma bottle.
There's always a bottle in the freezer.
You never know when times might go bad. There's always a bottle in the freezer,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of Administrative Corner.
This is what a journey, and
Yeah.
I'm so much the richer for it.
Good.
Quite happy with this week's Administrative Corner. Exceeded all my expectations. It was amazing.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
You're
You've done a
welcome.
great job as always.
Good. So yes, thank you to friend of the squad Stephanie for the Indiana fish story, friend of the squad Aaron for the DMV fish story, and friend of the squad Rhonda for the Jägermeister story. It's time for dog updates.
Okay, bring it on.
I don't have any.
I mean, look, the kids are still dumb.
Zola, stop it.
Guac is the guaco man.
He's a quackomane.
Yeah, Remy's doing fine. Brody's maintaining his brodiness.
He's an old man.
Yeah, everyone seems to be, knock on wood. Man, that's weird.
I
I'm
know.
just realizing that we don't have any drama right now. Except you knuckleheads, but that's fine. There's people in the steak neighbor's place this weekend, so
Yeah.
there's like kids in the pool and stuff, so we're having to, everyone's on lockdown, because if we let
Leashes.
if we let Guac out, if we let anyone out, they'll get curious and wander over there.
Do you think Zola needs to go out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guac is already, no, not Guac, it was Feta wandered over there. Was it Feta? Zola!
I think she needs to go out.
Yeah.
Are you going to take her? Okay. All right. Zola went out. So, yeah, there's people at Steak Neighbor's house. Everybody's a little bit more controlled. Everybody's doing fine.
Lockdown.
Yep.
They seem okay with it.
Yeah, they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's time for Taste of the Keys.
No, bring it on.
There's nothing like super exciting, but there's coming up on June 10th to 12th is the Special Operations Combat Diver Contest in Key West.
That's cool.
Yep. Which elite military team has the best combat divers in the country? Special Forces Green Berets, Army Rangers, Navy SEALs, Air Force Special Ops are competing in pairs, and civilians are invited to watch the grueling challenges on the military base Tuesday, June 11th.
Whoa.
Yep.
We can go to the military base?
Yeah, we should go.
Wow. I'd like to watch people doing diver challenges.
It says we want to increase the level of civilian attendance and accessibility this year. So starting at 6 a.m. on Tuesday, June 11th, we'll have shuttles running from Key West High School to the base, taking civilians with a valid driver's license who are not foreign nationals to the contest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when they had the air show at the Naval Air Station,
Ugh.
there was a line of cars, like 3 miles
Miles.
long to get into the air base. So
Yep.
I like this bus idea. You park at the high school and then you take a bus.
Yeah.
Okay. It must be the one, it must be the one by the Three Hands Fish place.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, watch people jump into the water and come out, hopefully.
There's like helicopters,
Cool.
jumping out of helicopters. Yeah.
Cool.
So there you go. That's happening.
Excellent. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's time for German Word of the Week. German Word of the Week.
Yes. I was thinking if there was anything else that happened in the Keys recently, but I don't think so. The German word of the week is Schwarzfahren.
Black driving.
Correct. But it means to take public transport without paying.
Oh.
Anything usually Schwarzgeld, Schwarzfahren is like illegal money,
Interesting.
illegal driving. So it happens on German subways a lot because there isn't a conductor, and there aren't turnstiles.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to punch your ticket when you're walking like somewhere through the station. You have to punch it, but there's no turnstile, so you just have to find the little machine.
Yeah.
But you can miss it.
Yeah.
That's the innocent explanation. The uninnocent explanation is people just don't buy tickets and are just like, it's random, that you ever
Fuck
get
it.
patrolled. I'm just going to, hide in the bathroom whenever the conductor comes through or whatever.
Schwarzfahrer.
Yeah. Schwarzfahren is to pay to ride without paying.
So would you split that? Would you say Ich fahre schwarz?
Yep.
Ah, interesting.
Yep. And
Okay.
I'm driving
Dark,
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, schwarz technically is the color black, but it's dark, really. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
There you go.
It's time for Ingo Corner, where you say whatever you want and I won't tell you it's boring.
Oh, I am cleaning out the UPS box as fast as I can, but
Yeah.
I'm not there every day. But we got a slew of Venk memorial cards and condolence cards, and they've been very nice, and it's been very nice.
Thanks, everybody.
We're still struggling with it and processing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is nice to know how loved she was and is. And look, I got to say that Angel Dog Stories have given me a nice, theological framework to picture all of our dogs in a good situation,
That's
having
nice.
fun and continuing to be around. So it's actually kind of nice to imagine her just joining up with those guys up there and plotting her escapades.
Indeed.
Yeah. So that's it.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for listening. And until next time, Slava Ukraini, and don't put anyone unless they ask you to.
And stop stuffing stuff in fish.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.